What's going on, boys? It's Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. Game 2 is now in the books, and the Pacers are up 2-0. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wanted to be excited about this video, but I really don't know how to be. To be honest with you, I thought this game was a relatively close game, okay, but Pacers ended up winning. It was a game I actually expected us to lose because I was like, okay, like after game 1, right, like New York, the Knicks are gonna come out like rejuvenated and like they're really gonna want the shit, right? It didn't feel like that in this game. It didn't. It feels like we kicked their ass so bad in game 1 that they were just fucking demoralized. I'm just gonna call it what it is, man. It felt like they were completely demoralized. I mean, Josh Hart didn't have a good game, and that's kind of where this all stems from. Like, I hate to say that like it stems from one player, but Karl Anthony Towns had 20 and 7. Mikal Bridges had 20 and 7. Jalen Brunson did what Jalen Brunson does, okay? 36 points, 10 assists, 3 rebounds. OG Anunoby played well. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds. Josh Hart, 29 minutes played, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 6 points. Mitchell Robinson, 29 minutes played, 6 points, 10 rebounds. Miles McBride had a shockingly bad night, okay? 5 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. And when you're the Knicks, okay, this is the problem with trading for, like, having a star-studded lineup, okay? This is the problem. You have no fucking depth, okay? The Knicks ran a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-man rotation in this game. Mikal Bridges played 45 minutes in this game, okay? OG Anunoby played 36 minutes. Brunson had 39 minutes. Cat only played 28 minutes. The problem is they don't have any fucking wings, okay? Outside of Josh Hart, if you really want to consider him a wing, he's a very good multifaceted player. You look at Mikal Bridges and you look at OG Anunoby, and yeah, like PJ Tucker. Like, PJ Tucker's old as shit. I don't expect him to play in the playoffs. He's just a vet. But they have a bunch of young guys on this fucking roster that have not played, and this is one of those games, man. They lost 109 to 114. It's still a very relatively close game. But when you look at the Pacers, okay, let's go look at the Pacers roster. Miles Turner, okay, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Andrew Nembhard had 12 points. Halliburton had 14 points. Siakam had, like, the game of his fucking life. He had 39 points and 4 rebounds. Aaron Nesmith had 12 points. TJ McConnell had 10 points. Okay, Obi Toppin didn't have a great game. Benedict Mathurin played 17 minutes and almost posted a donut across the board, okay? He had 1 assist in 17 minutes. Not a good game from Ben Mathurin. But Ben Shepherd had 6 points. And not that the Knicks didn't have guys scoring. You know, Josh Hart had 6, Mitchell Robinson had 6, Miles McBride had 5. But the problem is, okay, if you're the Knicks, that's not going to be enough to beat the Pacers. It's just not. Okay, yeah, you got some good players. Okay, you got Cat, you got Jalen Brunson, you have Mikal Bridges, you have OG Anunoby, right? You got a solid starting 5. The problem is, if one guy in that starting 5 doesn't show up, you need to get that production someplace else. And if for whatever reason you don't get that production someplace else, you don't get it from Miles McBride. Like tonight, Miles McBride didn't have a good game, okay? Mitchell Robinson was all right in this game. But if you're the Knicks and only 2 guys on your team have a bad game, you know, Karl Anthony Towns had a 20 and 7 game. Still a good game. But, like, honestly, to beat the Pacers, you probably need Cat and Brunson to go off for 30. You probably need Mikal Bridges to get 20 points or more. OG Anunoby is going to have to get north of 14 points. All right. And then the rest of it, it's just kind of like you're just hoping and praying they can provide something outside of that starting 5. And I've said this. I've said this time and time again. Even when they traded for Mikal Bridges, I was like, yo, like, yeah, Mikal Bridges, solid pickup, good player, right? But the problem is you have no cap space. So you're forced to have dudes on your fucking bench like PJ Tucker, DeLon Wright, Kevin McCullough Jr., okay? Pacomi Didet, if I said that correctly. Anton Watson, Tyler Kolek, who doesn't fucking play. Landry Shamet, Precious Achua. Like, Precious Achua doesn't even fucking play anymore. Like, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so now the Pacers are up 2-0. The series is going to Indy. I'm willing to bet all my marbles that Indy wins at least one of those two games. Okay, if they don't win both fucking games after this, because New York really needed to win this game, and they didn't. They didn't win this game. And this was the game I thought they would win. I was like, yo, like, this is the game that New York beats us. And I'm going to be honest, yeah, after game one, you know, you're up by, 14 points with a minute left in the game, and you fucking choke it? I get it. Like, I could understand why you would be going into this game a little besides yourself, right? Maybe a little demoralized. Like, we had a 14-point lead with a minute left in the game, and we couldn't keep it. We couldn't keep a fucking 14-point lead with a minute left. All we had to do was run the clock out and not fuck up. And so I understand why they might have, like, I get that, but, like, this is bad. Like, New York might legitimately get swept. Like, that would be insane to me. Like, I'm not going to lie. This is a series I expected to go to 6 games. Now I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so, like, this is a series that could be over in 5 games. After game 1, I was like, yeah, game 1 was a dogfight, right? Like, it had the makings of a hardwood classic, you know, classic Pacers-Knicks rivalry. After game 1, man, the Knicks came out, and I'm going to be honest, man, it feels kind of like, you know, maybe they went into this game acting like we killed their fucking dog or something, you know? It's not good. It's not good. If you're a Knicks fan, I'd be incredibly concerned. I would be incredibly concerned now that you got to go to Indy and try to win 2 games to even up this series, because I don't think it's going to happen. The series, I'm going to be honest, the series is fucking over. It's over. I hate to say that, and I know I'm counting my chickens before they hatch, but this was a must-win game for the Knicks, especially after what you did in game 1. Now you lose in game 2, and now you got to go play in Gamebridge. You got to go play in Indy, where you know for a fact it's going to be just as hype as Madison Square Garden, if not maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was bad. Like, great game from the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? Halliburton played all right. He had 14 points and 11 assists. Like, that's the crazy part about this, right? Halliburton didn't do much of shit in the first half of this game, and we still won. Like, Halliburton had 14 points and 11 assists. Whole first half was kind of like a no-show. We didn't get anything from Benedict Mathurin. Like, boys, we didn't get a fucking thing from Benny. Obi Toppin had a bad game. Halliburton was almost like non-existent the first half, and we still won this game with the Knicks having, with the Knicks having 4 guys in double figures, and they're all starters. They are all starters. If you are the Knicks, you cannot have only 4 guys in double figures against the Pacers and expect to win. You just can't. I was excited. Not going to lie, I was very excited about this series. Now, not so much. Not so much anymore, boys. If I'm a Pacers fan, like I said, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I'm writing my ticket to the NBA Finals. Okay, if I'm a Pacers fan, I'm calling Ticketmaster about maybe trying to get some NBA Finals tickets because this looked bad. Like, I knew they were going to be a little demoralized after game 1, but you got to come out. You got to pick yourself up, right? You still got to play. You still got to go out there and take the fucking court. But this was not a good showing. It was not a good showing from the Knicks, okay? Because Benedict Mathurin is not going to post a nothing burger again. Like for the rest of the series. It's just very, very unlikely to happen. All right. Same thing with Halliburton. Yeah, Halliburton blows hot and cold, all the time. But he's a guy that, like, he's either going to do his damage in the first half or do his damage in the second half, and that's usually how he operates. But the Pacers as a unit are a better team than the Knicks. However, the Knicks can show a lot more fight than they did in this game. And I just feel like after what happened in game 1, where they had a 14-point lead with a minute left and choked it, and the way that they choked it, I just think, like, I feel like that mentally maybe demoralized them a little bit. So, I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see. But, Spicy P had himself a crazy game, 39 points, you know what I'm saying? He's been, like, in the first half, Siakam was, like, the only guy to score in double figures, and they had no answer for Pascal Siakam tonight. They, even defensively, the Knicks looked like shit tonight. So, I don't know, man. It felt like, I don't know, laissez-faire basketball, if I'm going to call it that. It seemed like a lazy showing from the Knicks. It feels like they came out and didn't have the same intensity that they did in game 1. In game 1, it felt like the Knicks came out and played with a purpose. It felt like they, game 1, they were energetic. There was a vibe about game 1 that was not matched for game 2. And I get it. It's hard to match that vibe when, just the way that game went. But even from the start, what I'm saying? Like, the building was high energy. You could, dudes would go to the free throw line and you could hear a pin drop in Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time Brunson went to the line towards the end of the game or at any point in the game, like, you could legitimately hear a pin drop in Madison Square Garden. It was so fucking quiet. This game felt very, very nonchalant. It felt kind of like they were just going through the motions, and they had been fucking demoralized. That's what it felt like. And great win. I know this is mostly about Knicks sucking and not so much Pacers good, but the Pacers were very good as well. Without Siakam going off tonight, who knows? You know what I'm saying? The game would have definitely been closer. But the Knicks' problems that I suspected they would have showed up tonight. The issues I suspected they would have against the Pacers with their depth showed up. Because the Knicks are a team that if you can take one or two guys away, all you have to do is take one or two guys away. You can let Brunson kill you for 40. But if you can take one or two guys away and make someone on the bench unit do it, you're going to beat them. You're going to beat them. No matter what they do, you're going to beat them. Because Mikal Bridges is going to play 45 minutes, and he is going to be fucking gassed. All right? It's just... And the crazy part is they're going to Indy next. OG Anunoby could be in the same boat. Maybe Thibs goes, oh, we really need to win? We really need to win now? Everybody's playing 40. Everyone's playing 40. Brunson's getting 40. Hart is getting 40. Anunoby's getting 40. Bridges is getting 45. Cat is getting 40. And I have a feeling that's the intensity that Tom Thibodeau is going to come out with. His boys are going to be gassed. I'd be surprised. I would be very, very shocked if anybody else even gets off the fucking bench for the Knicks in Game 3. Miles McBride's going to get his burn. Mitchell Robinson will probably get some burn. But I have a feeling we're going to see increased minutes. I have a feeling we're going to see increased minutes across the board from the Knicks starters. And that could also be a recipe for disaster. But I expected a lot more fight out of the Knicks than what I got tonight. So, good news for Pacers fans. I'm happy about it. I'm very happy we're up 2-0 because this winning 2 games straight in Madison Square Garden is a very big deal. It is like even game one was a big deal, but game 2 is kind of like the icing on the cake. I hate to say that, but it's kind of like the icing on the cake. Just because now, like, this makes the series just so much harder for the Knicks because they got to go to Indy now and play 2 straight games and try to win both of them. The pressure on the Knicks is fucking insane at the moment. And there's going to be changes. I'm going to tell you right now, if the Knicks get fucking swept, mark my words, if the Knicks get swept, okay, Tom Thibodeau, gone. OG Anunoby, probably gone. Okay? They are going to free up cap space somewhere and try to put a better roster together. Or maybe get a coach that'll actually play his fucking bench unit. I think that's like a big part of your problem. But it's just the idea, man. If they get swept, if the Knicks get swept, you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and got fucking swept by a division by a rival. Yeah, gonna be some changes. Gonna be some changes coming to Madison Square Garden. All right. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report. And I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.